In the beginning. The Bible opens with words that echo through all the great stories of our childhoods. Like the beginning of a fairy tale, they set the scene for a tale of epic adventure and drama, of sorrow and loss, of redemption and reconciliation, of grace and justice. A tale of a great prince who comes to rescue his bride from the clutches of a fierce dragon. But unlike the stories we heard as children, this one is true. It's a story that actually happened and continues to unfold. A story that doesn't begin once upon a time, but in the beginning. A story that only God can tell because however else you describe it, it's a story of hope. And it's a story that can only begin with in the beginning because the only one who knows the beginning is the one who was there before the beginning. The one who made everything. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. How did this God make the world? Did he take pre-existing material and reshape it? Did he set about a chain of events that led to the gradual development of the world as we know it? God did something even more miraculous, something that seems too simple to be true, but is. He spoke. Let there be. And with a word, whatever he called into existence was. Everything, from the smallest subatomic particles that make up your body, to the earth under your feet and the air you're breathing, to the sun and the stars that give us light. God created all of it. Over 6 days, creating a rhythm of work and worship, he spoke all things into being, and as each appeared, he declared it good. And in the end, everything was good. All of it was glorious. The world he made radiated his presence because it was his, and he delighted in it because it was exactly the way he wanted it, including the pinnacle of his creation, people, human beings. Let us make man in our image according to our likeness, God said, and he did. A man, formed from the dust of the earth by God's hand. A woman, formed from the side of the man to be his partner in the shared calling to be fruitful and multiply and steward the world God had made, to create, to communicate, and form communities, to harness the earth's resources to aid in the flourishing of their descendants, to bear his image throughout creation, to be his representatives, to reflect his goodness and graciousness to the ends of the earth. And God called these people he had made not just good, but very good. They were glorious. They radiated his presence. They were his. And he delighted in them, and they delighted in him because they were exactly the way he wanted. Together they were a beautiful picture of something even more beautiful, God's community. Before the beginning, before God created the heavens and the earth, before he created human beings in his image, before anything was created, God simply was. Everything that makes God God was already present. His nature, his power, his plans, his character, all of it. And in the beginning, when God already was, he already had community. Joyous, unbroken fellowship between three persons who are all fully and equally God. Not three separate gods, not 3/3 that make up a whole. One God who is three persons. The Father, the maker of the heavens and the earth. The Spirit who hovered over the waters of the earth during their creation. The Word, through whom all things were made, and all things continue to exist, and in whom God delights. God's perfect community, a community that didn't need us, but one our Creator invites us to experience as his beings made in his image, according to his likeness. One he invites us to experience through the Word, who came into this world and dwelt among us, who is more than an image bearer, but is the image of God, the exact expression of his nature, who reflects God's glory into all creation by giving up his life for those he dearly loves. The Word, the prince in the story God is telling, who came to rescue his bride from the clutches of a fierce dragon. The story that begins in the beginning.